It's coming. The shift you felt rumbling beneath your skin. The Taurus super new moon on April 27th isn't waiting for your permission. It's already moving through you. And if you're standing there thinking this is just another lunar phase, just another cycle you can coast through, I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. This one's different. This one's personal. Because when a super new moon rises in Taurus, it doesn't just tug at the tides, it pulls at your very foundation. The ground you thought was stable, it's about to tremble. The comfort you've clung to, it's about to be tested. And here's the truth you've been feeling, even if you haven't named it yet. That restlessness creeping into your nights, the tension coiling in your chest, the sudden edge in your conversations, like you're walking a tightrope you didn't even know you were on. That's not random. That's not stress. That's the first whisper of the storm. The universe is already speaking to you, already sending the signals. And if you're not listening, if you think you can tune it out, you're setting yourself up to get blindsided. Because the energy of this moon, it doesn't ask, it demands. Today, I'm breaking down 8 unusual signs that you'll experience before this super new moon hits. Some of them subtle, some of them undeniable, but all of them are here to prepare you for what's coming next. And trust me, you can't afford to ignore them. Like subscribe, because this isn't just a video, it's your survival guide for the storm that's brewing. And what's coming next? That's where the real shift happens. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see exactly why this moon is here to shake you awake. Chapter 1. Why this new moon is different. Layer the fear. This isn't just a new moon, it's a supermoon, and that means it's closer, heavier, stronger. The gravitational pull isn't just moving the tides, it's moving you. It's stirring the parts of you you've tried to keep still. And it's happening in Taurus, the sign that craves stability, safety, control. But the irony, that very ground you've built your life on, it's shaking beneath your feet. The comfort zones you've wrapped around yourself like armor, they're cracking. And as if that wasn't enough, Mars and Pluto are locked in a cosmic standoff, forcing this new moon into a corner. Mars is pure fire, aggression, desire, the urge to fight or flee. Pluto is the underworld, shadow, transformation, the force that strips away the lies. These two aren't having a polite conversation. They're pulling at opposite ends of your soul, igniting the fire while dragging your shadows to the surface. You can feel it, the tug of war in your chest, the pressure behind your eyes. And here's the truth that no one wants to admit. This isn't about the sky. It's about you, the beast within, the parts of you that won't stay quiet any longer. They're rising, ready or not. Now, let's pull back the curtain and dive straight into the 8 unusual signs you'll feel before this super new moon hits, because the storm doesn't just arrive, it warns you first. Sign 1. The weight in your chest. You know that feeling, that tightness that sits heavy right in the middle of your chest, just beneath your ribs. It's easy to call it anxiety, to tell yourself it's stress, maybe just a bad day. But this isn't your everyday worry. This is deeper, heavier. It's not coming from your thoughts, it's coming from your instincts. From that primal part of you that feels the shifts in energy before your mind can even catch up. The Taurus super new moon is stirring that ancient place inside you, the part of you wired for survival, for sensing when the ground beneath you is about to crack. This pressure isn't asking for your attention, it's demanding it. It's that lump in your throat you can't swallow down, the weight that makes it harder to breathe when everything around you seems calm. It's your body telling you a storm is coming, even if your brain is trying to stay in denial. And if you've been feeling this lately, that invisible pressure growing tighter, heavier, you're not imagining it. That's the first sign. the universe knocking on your door, warning you that the ground you're standing on is about to shift. And if you ignore it, that weight, it only gets heavier. Sign 2. Sleep that leaves you tired. You know that kind of sleep where you close your eyes, drift off, but wake up feeling like you never rested at all. Like you've been somewhere all night, fighting battles you can't quite remember, carrying weights you didn't know you picked up. That's not just bad sleep hygiene. That's the work your subconscious is doing while the rest of you pretends everything's fine. And as we get closer to this Taurus super new moon, that work only gets louder, heavier, unavoidable. Your dreams might feel distant, scattered, slipping away the second you wake up, but the feeling they leave behind, that's real. You wake with your heart racing, your muscles tense, as if you've been running, fighting, bracing against something all night long. That's because you have. This moon is stirring the parts of you you've pushed down, the fears you've ignored, the decisions you've avoided. And when you sleep, that's when those parts come alive. They don't wait for permission. They rise. So if you've been waking up exhausted, dragging yourself through the day no matter how many hours you clocked, pay attention. Your body is resting, but your soul is doing the heavy lifting. And the closer we get to this moon, the harder that inner work becomes to ignore. Sign 3. The urge to break free. There's a restlessness rising inside you, subtle at first, like the faint itch beneath your skin, but growing louder with every passing day. It feels like everything in your life is just a little too small, like the walls are inching closer, the air feels thinner. The routines that once brought you comfort, now they feel like shackles, the spaces that felt safe. Suddenly they're cages. This is the Taurus super new moon, pulling at the seams of your life, showing you exactly where you've outgrown your own skin. Taurus energy usually loves stability, routine, comfort. But this moon isn't here to coddle you. It's here to show you what's suffocating you. The job you've stayed in too long, the relationship you're tolerating, the version of yourself you've been clinging to just to feel secure. They've become too tight, too confining. And that restless urge bubbling up inside you, that's the fire starting to crack through the surface, begging for more, for freedom. You'll feel it as frustration first. Maybe you snap quicker, lose patience faster. Maybe you find yourself daydreaming about escape, quitting, walking away, burning it all down. That urge to break free isn't random. It's your soul calling for expansion. And the closer we get to this moon, the harder it'll be to ignore that call. Sign 4. Sharp tongues, short fuses. Lately, it feels like everyone's walking around with a match in one hand and gasoline in the other, including you. Conversations that should be simple, harmless, suddenly cut deep. The wrong tone, the wrong word, and you feel yourself snap quicker than usual. Or maybe you're on the receiving end. Someone lashes out, says something that lands like a punch to the gut, and you wonder where it even came from. But here's the thing. You're not imagining it. This is the fire rising, the pressure building beneath the surface, and it's forcing the truth out in ways that don't always come wrapped in pretty packaging. The Taurus super new moon is heating everything up beneath the calm exterior. Taurus likes things peaceful, but when peace is sitting on top of buried frustration, old wounds, unspoken resentment, well, this moon has no problem peeling back the layers. Mars is fueling the fire. Pluto is digging up the shadows. Together they're turning every word, every interaction into potential ignition points. So if you've noticed your fuse is shorter or others are snapping before you even finish your sentence, this is why. The fire's pushing everything to the surface, and the closer this moon gets, the harder it becomes to hold it back. Sign 5. Old wounds, new pain. You thought you were past it. That old wound, that scar you buried deep, convinced yourself it had healed. Maybe it was something you forgave, something you let go of, or at least that's what you told yourself. But now, out of nowhere, it rises again. The sting, the ache, the memories you thought were long gone, and you're left wondering, why am I feeling this again? That's not weakness. That's not backsliding. That's this Taurus supernew moon doing what it came here to do, digging up the roots, pulling out what's been left unfinished. Taurus energy wants to build something solid, something lasting, but you can't build anything stable on shaky ground. So this moon, magnified by its supermoon force, reaches down into the shadows where you've tucked away the hurt, the guilt, the fear. And it doesn't just skim the surface. It goes all the way down to where the wound began, exposing the raw nerve that never truly healed. You might feel it as sudden sadness, anger, or even confusion. Why is this coming back now? Because you're ready to face it, for real this time. This moon won't let you bypass it, and the more you resist, the sharper that pain gets. Sign 6. Physical purge. When energy builds up and there's no release, your body becomes the battleground. Headaches that tighten like a vice. Stomach flips that leave you uneasy for no clear reason. Shoulders clenched so tight, it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world. This isn't random discomfort. It's your body trying to purge the old energy that the Taurus supernew moon is stirring up. The tension, the restlessness, the emotional undercurrent you've been feeling. It's not just in your mind. It's lodged in your muscles, your gut, your bones. This moon is digging deep, pulling up the stagnant energy you've stored in your body, the stress you swallowed instead of speaking, the emotions you pushed down because they were too much to feel. And now, they want out. Your body knows before your mind catches up. It's telling you that you can't carry this weight any longer. Ignoring these physical signs doesn't make them disappear. It amplifies them. The headaches get worse. The tension turns to exhaustion. Your body isn't betraying you. It's saving you. Listen to it. Move, stretch, breathe. Let yourself release what's rising, because the closer we get to this moon, the more your body will demand to be free of what no longer serves. Sign 7. The call to clean house, literally and energetically. One day everything seems fine. The clutter in the corner, the pile of clothes, the disorganized inbox. They've been there for weeks, maybe months. But now, suddenly, it's too much. The mess feels like it's closing in on you, like the walls are shrinking. What used to be background noise becomes unbearable. That's not just a random urge to tidy up. That's the Taurus supernew moon calling you to clean house, not just in your space, but in your soul. Taurus craves comfort, peace, and stability. But this moon isn't here just to fluff your pillows. It's here to remind you that true comfort can't exist where old energy lingers. And with Pluto looming in the background, stripping away everything that no longer serves, that means letting go. The clutter around you, it's a mirror. It's reflecting the chaos inside, the unresolved emotions, the attachments, the things you're holding on to because they feel familiar, not because they still fit. So when that urge rises to clear out the mess, listen, scrub the floors, empty the drawers, but don't stop there. Cleanse your energy, set boundaries, release the old stories, because this moon is here to make space for something real. Sign 8. The pull toward isolation, but not loneliness. There's a difference between feeling lonely and feeling the need to be alone. And right now, as the Taurus supernew moon draws closer, you might feel that pull more than ever. The urge to step back, to pull away from the noise, from the constant demands of the outside world. Not because you're hiding, not because you're shutting down, but because something inside you needs the space to breathe, to speak, to roar. Taurus energy values connection, but it also knows the power of solitude. And with the raw intensity of this supermoon layered with Pluto's deep, transformative pull, the noise outside becomes too loud. Conversations feel shallow. The small talk, the social obligations, they start to drain you faster than they used to. That's your soul asking for silence, for room to recalibrate. This isn't about cutting people off. It's about tuning into yourself so you can hear what's been drowned out for too long, the truth beneath the surface. When the world quiets, your inner voice grows louder, and right now that voice has something to say, so if you feel the urge to retreat, honor it. This moon is giving you the space to listen deeply and rise stronger. Chapter 2. Why you can't ignore these signs. Build the storm. Ignore these signs, and the pressure won't just fade away. It builds quietly at first, like steam beneath a lid, until suddenly you snap. You lash out at the wrong person, say the thing you didn't mean, or spiral into that old cycle you swore you left behind. That's what happens when you try to outrun this kind of energy. The Taurus super new moon isn't offering you the option to bypass it, to distract yourself with work or noise or numbing. No, it's here to demand your attention, and the more you resist, the harder it presses. But here's the truth most won't tell you. This isn't happening to punish you. This isn't here to break you down. It's here to break you open, to crack through the shell you've outgrown, to rip away the layers you've used to stay safe, even if they've started to suffocate you. This moon is a turning point, a choice. You can resist it, let the pressure build until it bursts, or you can face it head-on. You can feel the discomfort now and move through it, or you can wait for it to erupt when you least expect it. Because if you lean in, if you meet these signs as invitations instead of threats, that's where the shift happens. That's where transformation begins. You stop running from the fire, and you become it. Chapter 3. Rituals and what to avoid during this time. The energy building under this Taurus super new moon isn't something you can just meditate away. This is deep, physical, raw energy that demands release, that demands motion. If you try to sit still, if you let it bottle up, it will twist itself into tension, into frustration, into explosive outbursts when you least expect them. That's why movement is your first medicine. Taurus rules the body, the physical, the tangible. So move, walk, lift, sweat. Get that energy flowing through your muscles, your blood, your breath. Don't let it stagnate. This isn't about exercise for fitness. It's about shaking loose the tension that's building beneath your skin, giving the fire somewhere to go before it burns too hot. Every step, every stretch, every drop of sweat is a release valve for the pressure building inside. Next, clear your space. Taurus energy craves comfort, but not clutter. And under this supermoon, anything that feels stagnant, old clothes, piles of papers, that drawer you haven't opened in months, starts to feel like dead weight. It's more than just physical junk. It's holding old energy, stuck energy. And Pluto's influence in this moon? It doesn't want you carrying what no longer serves. So clear it out. Declutter. Burn sage, Palo Santo, or incense if that resonates. Open your windows. Let the air move. Let the energy shift. Make space, not just for the new, but for you. But clearing your space isn't enough if you're still bottling up your truth. This is the time to speak what's been trapped in your throat. The words you've swallowed down to keep the peace, the truths you've held back out of fear, they need to come out now. Write them, speak them aloud, say them, even if your voice shakes, especially if it shakes, because this isn't about confrontation, it's about expression. The more you bottle up, the heavier it gets. Let the words out, let the truth breathe. This moon is a mirror, it reflects what's inside, and your truth deserves to be seen. But here's what to avoid. Don't force yourself into spaces that feel toxic right now. The pull to isolate, to withdraw, is real, and it's necessary. This isn't the time to people please, to show up where your energy is drained. Protect your space. Choose where you give your focus, and watch your words, not in the sense of silencing yourself, but in being intentional. The fire is hot. The fuse is short. Don't throw words like weapons. Speak them as medicine. Because whether you fight this fire or not, it's coming. You can resist it. Try to hold steady while the ground shakes beneath your feet, or you can meet it head on. Let it strip away what's false. Let it refine you. This isn't about getting burned. This is about becoming something stronger through the flames. So here we are, standing at the edge of this powerful shift, the Taurus. Super new moon isn't just another phase, it's a reckoning. The signs are here, the energy is rising, and now the choice is yours. Will you resist the fire, or will you let it refine you? If you felt even one of these signs stirring in your life, drop the number 77 in the comments to let me know you're feeling this shift too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this journey isn't over. The cosmos has more in store, and we're just getting started.